Hi. You may wonder why I'm turned around. That's because I forgot to turn. I forgot to look. Hi. I forgot to look at the camera. Hi, Kaden. If I'm Kev WMD, Clapping Cheeks Wednesday. No, it's World Building Wednesday. It's World Building Wednesday. I'm just an idiot. Hi. How are you guys? Good afternoon. Or evening? And for very few of you, morning. Dread, Gret's on first. You've got a streak going. Anyway. Don't mind that blunder. I legitimately forgot to turn myself around like an idiot. I forgot which way the camera was pointing. Oh, hi, Kiwi! How you doing? Yeah, let's wait for everyone to filter in. Oh, hi, Kiwi! I have a little cat nuzzling on me. Do I Monhun or Diablo 3? That's a toughie. Do you feel like grinding forever, or do you feel like grinding forever? I say flip a coin. Yes. Ah, okay. I need to ask more specific questions, I think. Because they're both really grindy games. I would personally play Monster Hunter, but that's just me. I prefer Monster Hunter to Diablo 3. But it's just me. Oh, hi, Kiwi. I have a cat. Oh, my hair. But yeah, I would personally play Monster Hunter, but that's just what I would do. I know you've been on that Diablo 3 kick, and I know the season just started. How do I know this? Because Leon's been doing it too. Stares at the bear. And yes, I said bear. He's bear. No more of this horse propaganda, I swear to God. I will turn this stream around. Damn it. Ugh. Leon's way better than me, though. No, I wouldn't say that. Don't mark yourself off like that. Also, if you have Monster Hunter Diablo 3 questions, you can always just go hit him up. I'm just saying. Alrighty, but I'm gonna grab my tablet because today it is indeed World Building Wednesday, and before I started with all the different all the other stuff that we did these last few weeks, I was working on a magical world. And we can go over real quick everything that I've made up until this point, just as a little surmise to refresh you guys and myself, because I've kind of forgotten. Well, I haven't forgotten, but like certainly it's not as fresh in the head anymore. So we're gonna do that. Let's hop on over. Kibble! And we have a little cat. He will not stop being adorable. It's actually really cute. Woo! Here we are. Hi, Bate. What are you doing? Alright, where is that folder? Where did I drop it? Here it is. Okay, for a quick surmise, I started creating this whenever the Wizard game controversy started happening. And I went, okay, well, I've been wanting to do this for a while anyway, so I'm just gonna drop in and do it. But I started designing aspects of my own magic world, because, one, I was a fan of HP, and I still am, but it's hard to look at it without seeing her influences. So I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna bite the bullet, and I'm gonna start working on my own. I've been wanting to for a bit anyway. Also, I do have world building qualms with some stuff that she has done. Even before all this stuff came out, like, even before she fell down the cliff of turfdom, there was just a lot of weak points. So I went in, and I wrote down everything that I thought was wrong with the world, and went, I'm not gonna do this shit. Because, one, I'm kind of thinking more about Earthsea than, HP, because Earthsea is great. Go find it. I have a cat that brought me a string, so I'll be throwing that here and there. There we go. But yeah, this is all the stuff I wrote down. This is, all of the, this is the formula that you see a lot of these, I don't want to say Wizarding World, because that's not what they are. They're like these separate world, magical world things. Oh, I didn't get my pet! Where's my pet? That wasn't even a cliff. It was a canyon, and when she hit bottom, she dug deeper and jumped again. You're right. Where was my pet? Hold on, this cannot stand. Give me my fucking pet. I want my pet. No. I can't have my pet for another 20 seconds. This is bullshit. Give me my pet. Yeah, World Building Wednesday. But yeah, I'm just going over this real quick, Blippi. I also might let people hop in a call with me at some point. But for now, no. Huh, there we go. Give me my fucking pet. Decided on Monhun, by the way. Probably D3 later. Fair. Monster Hunter's just... It's just fun. Kiwi. He's loving up on Wii1. Alrighty. But yeah, I wrote down the 4 basics that you see in these kind of stories, which has to do with urban fantasy. It means, well, typically at least, Earthsea doesn't do this. Earthsea takes its place in an entirely new area. It's like an archipelago, like, island, like a bunch of little islands scattered everywhere. It's a really cool story. But most of the time it's usually urban fantasy, which means it takes place in our world, roughly around the modern era, and there's a secret second world that features a bunch of fictional creatures. Think Supernatural. Supernatural is urban fantasy as hard as you can lean in. It has a magic system, which we'll be working on. I'm basing it more on Wicca, but I'm thinking of... Whoa. That wasn't my arm. That was Cecil's tail. He took over my leap motion for a second. Good boy. But, yeah, I'll be coming up with a magic system. I'm probably going to just grab the magic system that I came up with for my D&D session. Cecil, no. Yeah, Leon cleaned his desk, yesterday. He, like, moved stuff around. So Cecil is now very interested in all the new space, because he had like a what is it called? Like a little shelf for his monitors, but he removed them and he replaced them with like these arms that hold his monitors instead. And Cecil's like, oh my god, what is all this new space under your monitors? This kid is all over him. It's very cute. But continuing on. Let me move this for the kiwi. I've written down that it's also going to be a separate world. There's a reason the magic world need to pull away from the modern world. And then they're intermingled, but they also have a dual history, because one has been separated at some point. The point is going to be the 1690s. And the reason I choose this date is very specifically because this specific group that I'm going to be focusing on, they're in Massachusetts. For those who don't know the connection, that's around the time the Salem trials took place. Yeah, at about the 1690s, in Salem, Massachusetts, the Salem witch trials happened. I believe it also was happening in Europe, but I can't remember when. But they also started having witch trials. Hello, Songbird! I am good. How are you? We're Billy Wednesday today. It's also a slightly eepy day, because I keep yawning, I guess. Personally enjoy a good cyberpunk world with magic. Kind of like the newest Kamigawa? Oh, Magic the Gathering. Hyper-futuristic, but with things like tattoo magic and shit. That does sound pretty cool. We once said something about Destiny. Neon Destiny. Thank you, babe. He's also bouncing up and down happily because, apparently Resident Evil 4 Remake is coming out March 23rd, 2 weeks from now. That looks really cool. I'm gonna he's vibrating, help. Whenever I explore my cyberpunk world, I don't do much in it, I ain't gonna lie, Chief. Just chill it nice. Get your chill on. Get your post-stream, wow, that's hard to say. Get your post-stream chill on. I know after stream it can be pretty tiring, so it's like, I wanna just watch a show and take a little nap. Alright, but yeah, here's what all I had issues with for her stuff, and here's how I'm like, no, we're not doing that, because that's dumb. For instance, eugenics is real in her world. I think I've talked about this ad nauseum, but I'll review it quickly again for those who don't know. Y'all know that, like, muggle-born witches and wizards are a thing, but do you know how they exist? And my tummy is much hunger. Oh, get food! Songbird, get food! Cecil, can you not pinwheel on my chair, please? Thank you. But, apparently, the only way to get a muggle-born, witch or wizard is if you have two people, one of which is a squib, or a child of a squib, which means they are born of a witch and wizard and they just didn't have magical powers. That happens. Sometimes there's a dud in the family, as they like to say. You're just not born with it. They get sent to the muggle world, and they get treated like a normal person there, because they know they'd be treated like a second-class citizen in the magical world, which is fucked. They're the only reason you have muggle-born kids, because the magic gene does not go away, it's just dormant. And then it pops up in a future generation. And that's it. Eugenics are real in her story. For me, however, anyone can learn, but you have to have the brain power for it. Some people just don't have the brain for some stuff. I don't have the brain for math. I can understand basics. After that, algebra and above, it's like, I'm out. Get me out of here. I don't want it. So, you need to have the ability to understand. And that's just a training issue. That's not a... That's not a that's not a bloodline thing. That doesn't mean there aren't people out there wanting to do bloodline purities. That's always gonna exist everywhere because people are assholes. Took the same algebra 3 times and said, fuck it, I'm changing majors! Me. I would immediately be like, I can't do this. I can't. Fuck algebra. Also, another thing that pissed me off was that Christianity is abundant. They do Christmas, they do Easter, they have a lot of Christian holidays. You're not going to worship the same religion that basically tried to get rid of you. If we're to believe in JK's world that the Salem witch trials also happened, and it happened towards wizards and witches because of Muggle hands, why the fuck are they gonna be following the same religion that attacked them? Not to mention, that's going to be completely different anyway in my world because they were never Christian to begin with. So I'm going to be tackling Wicca and Nordic-inspired holidays. There's a lot more here. I'm sure you've been able to read it unless you can't, because my handwriting is terrible, in which case I am so sorry. I also started working on ideas for the school, because there is going to be a school. The school is fairly new. It's actually a fairly new concept in my story for a public school for magic to exist. Because all of the wizard families, all of the witch and wizarding families, they're called coven families. They have kept their magic and their magical teachings homeschool only. Yes, there are public schools for kids up to a certain age to learn, like basic elementary stuff, but once you hit a certain age, oh, my Lego Riverdale's about to be here? What? Rivendell. I read that stupid. It's Rivendell. Yeah, go get your Legos. Go get your Rivendell. Hell yeah. Go get your Lord of the Rings. At least I'm assuming it's Lord of the Rings. I will fight you, Eli. I'll fight you and I'll bite you. But yeah, basically, here's all my shit. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out a name for the houses because I wanted them to be a lot like elements. I wanted them to be based off of the 4 elements, and I could not for the life of me figure out what the fuck I wanted to call them. My brain suddenly went, Lodge. Call it Lodge. So I wrote this down. Fucking Lodge! And that's what they're called now. And this is the information that I've been writing. So, today I want to start designing wands. Now, I discussed how wands work a little bit, in that they are not... They're not these, like, living, breathing things that people have a deep connection with, and oh my goodness, no. Wands here are something that you personally choose. The wand does not choose you, you choose each other. And by way of doing that, whenever you are 13 or 14 and you're at this new school and you are ready, or you're in a coven family, I have a cool idea for the magic system I want in Caden's home dimension. The in-progress name is called Web Magic. It was similar to Full Metal Circles. Oh, that would be cool. Oh, fucking Lodge! Yes. I did write down fucking Lodge. You were correct in this assessment, babe. I was very hype. But yeah, that would be cool, Caden. I love Full Metal Alchemist's magic system. It's so good. It's a hard magic system, and hard magic systems are always really fun because they clearly have rules, and you get to play with the rules. Because limitation breeds creativity. Okay. I also have a website, by the way, with a bunch of cool wand designs. I'm also going to be pulling up the 9 Trees of Power. It is part of, once again, this is Wicca. And I know trees mean something in Harry Potter as well. But we're not covering that. We're not doing all that shit. We're also not gonna have a core the same way she does it. They don't have cores the way it is in there. The wands are definitely made more traditionally like the old witches in the real world. So let's write all this down. Wands. Now, normally what happens for making a wand for your new witch or wizard, or warlock, I guess is a good word for a non-binary, they will take the newly initiated individual, usually 13 to 14, they will take them out into the woods. They will have an assortment of trees that have been planted and made sure that they can grow there. Arsenic, you're cute. Yeah, Koishi came in and blooped. Very sweet. I have such sweet people here. Y'all are all precious as fuck. But yeah, they'll take the 13, 14-year-old out into this forest and be like, go pick a branch. Go pick a branch. Make sure, however, that the branch is not attached to the tree, and if it is, make sure that it's already starting to fall off. You need to be able to pop it off easily, because this is the way of the trees. They've already provided you with plenty of wands all over the ground. They wait until like a bunch of twigs are on the ground. Then they instruct the child, the fresh teenager, to go and find one of these sticks. Avidi Kadibi. No! What is this? Don't Avidi Kadidi me. But yeah, takes initiates outside into woods. And the grove is going to be a very special, like I said, it's a very special sacred area. Oh, thank you for the pet, Arsenic. And, I've determined that there is going to be a lot more, I think it's hazel, a lot more hazel trees than any other tree, because hazel is one of the most common woods for initiates and for learning. You want hazelwood if you want to absorb the information a lot easier. However, that doesn't mean the initiate's always going to be attracted to or attached to the idea of a hazelwood. Because, like I said, the initiates, they're all thrown out into the woods. They're given like an hour to pick out the best stick they can find. They can even carry a couple and just kind of like figure out which one they want at the end of the day. And once they found a branch that's just spoken to them in some way, they come back out of the grove, or, you know, if they get lost, they get grabbed out. And then they go to the Coven family. We're still talking about Coven families. They'll go to the Coven family's wand creator. I wanted to say hi, but I gotta go. Oh, okay. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi. I pet you. Pet. So, they get their branch, and they go to a wand maker. Now, when I say wand maker, I don't mean someone who has already made 1001 wands and it's sitting there on a shelf for them to grab. That's not how this works. This is more commission-based. The wand maker is someone who takes it by commission, more like a blacksmith. They get the order first, and then they make it. Usually they probably have some things in stock, but for the most part, they have to take the order first in order to actually craft it, like an artisan. Or like a medieval tailor, you know, or a cobbler. Someone back then who needed the order first. They'll also let the initiate design the wand if they so choose. Sometimes they don't get the option because that's just how the Coven family rolls. They're like, no, you need a wand that looks like this. And they're like, fine. Fuck you, Mom and Dad. I guess I'll use that one, but you get it. So they take their branch to the wand maker. The wand maker figures out how this wand is going to look by working with the family. Works with family and initiate. And the wand maker can be a personal, like someone who's personally in the family. That's probably someone you'll want to go to first. But you don't have to. You can go to someone who just knows how to do it in general. And there's a lot of wand makers. There isn't just like one family that does it. That would be crazy. Anyway, so this particular wand maker works with the family and the initiate to come up with a lovely little initial design. Remember, these things are tools. They're not living, breathing beings or things that you're going to keep your life with. they're a tool. So this is for, like, a kid. Um, they measure the arm length from the inside of the elbow to about the middle finger. Sometimes it's a bit longer or shorter, depending on what the kid wants, but usually that's how long it goes. They'll measure it, they'll cut it to size, and then they start to chisel it, and they make the lovely wand out of the design. Out of the branch that the initiate chose. So, to carve wand. My words are always so sloppy. Let me do this. There we go. Now, I don't know how long it would take someone, but probably about a week or two. Let me go look at Wicked Blood. We're gonna go look at, different ways people make wands. Because I know you need a catalyst, usually. I know it's very common to have copper on your wand, because copper is seen as a conductor of energy. Which is actually true. Copper is used very commonly in electrical wiring. Oh, right. You can ask a tree if you can have its branches. Okay, cool. So they could probably have a ritual about it. Be like, okay, go look at a tree or go find a branch on the ground. If you want a branch from a tree, it says here, which I do remember this, if you meditate on it and you feel guilty about it, it means the tree says no. You have to go find a tree that consents to giving you its branches. But then you basically start whittling it, and you add your catalyst, which is usually like a little crystal that you tip it with. So you can tip this thing with a metal or crystal ball. You also want to add a handle, which is usually made out of leather, but it can be made out of other things. And then you use a copper wire as basically a connector. I'm also going to have them be able to do stuff secretly, secret, inside the wand that adds different runes. These runes are going to be wand maker only. The wand maker is the only one who has really learned how to do it. And it's the thing, it's basically going to be like, how do I word this? You know how, like, on a computer, there's, like, these different etchings and lines and gold platings that end up turning into information through silicon, copper, and gold? It's gonna be kind of like that, but with rune magic instead. So, internally, they're going to do this... yes, darling? I got runes! Why? No. You're so cute. Leon's being a baby. But yeah, I think that's how it would work. I don't know how to explain that other than magical computer parts. Yeah, so they'll carve these little runes, and they'll put them into the core of the wand. And I don't know how they protect that. Maybe they do it in such a way where you can't see them, or you don't know how to, like, translate them very well. Or maybe, once again, it could just be a matter of you need the brain for it. Cause, like, I ain't gonna lie, Chief. I've seen plenty of computer parts. I still don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I don't know what any of those do. So, it could be something like that. Or it's like, oh fuck, what is all this? You know? Like, you look at it and you're confused as shit. So, I'm thinking it'll be like that, where it's just so complex and really tiny, and you're just staring at it like, how do I process this? So, I think that's what they're gonna do. So, once all of that's been done, here, let's write down everything. So, the wand itself is going to be made out of these little tools here. You're gonna have the branch itself, which, let's just make it look natural. Let's design it and make it look natural. I'll go this way, make it easier. Let's go this way. So, let's say this is the stick. Nope. Let's make the stick a little better. This is the stick. There we go. That's the first tip. And let's say we've carved off most of this part of it. And then we've carved the rest here. Like, we're still in the wood territory right here. And I'm making a handle, let's say. I'm flushing it to look like a handle. I want it a little longer. There we go. And then at the end, we've whittled it in such a way to make it have, like, this cool little design. There we go. Alright, so on the tip, we would have to do this fun little drilling on the inside here. We would whittle away at the tip here. And then on the inside of the wood, we would cap it with some sort of stone. I want the stone to be pointy, so let's have it point. There we go. And it could be wrapped, it could be sealed with glue, it could be wrapped with a leather piece to make sure that it stays in place. Whatever the person wants to do with it, they could do it. I know a lot of people add, like, really big crystals to it. Yeah, I might do that. Let's add a big crystal to it. So here's the tip. I'm gonna add more length to it. There we go. And let's say the wood has been cut like this, and then the crystal comes out like so. There we go. And that's gonna be our catalyst. Now, when I say catalyst, I mean it's like the focus point. You know how flashlights and lasers work, where you need that, like, magnifying glass focus to kind of point everything in a certain direction? That's what this is. That is the tip of your quote-unquote flashlight that you're using to basically aim this thing. And that's what it is in Wicca as well. Now, normally, like I said, you also add copper to this thing. Typically, I've seen this happen. I've seen this a lot, and I've also done it. But you'll have usually copper wire wrapped here a lot. And then the copper wire somehow is curled up like this on the crystal piece, and the wire has been wrapped into it or onto it to, one, keep it in place, but also make contact with the silicone, silica, that's what it's called. Quartz is made of silica. Silica is a piece that we can use in our computers to hold information. There. But yeah, it touches the silica, they react, and once channeled through these ancient, basically, it's like a computer piece. It's like a little computer made of magic. There we go. But yeah, once it's attached and it's touched...
Thank you for the pet!
Thank you for the pet, Caden. It's hard. It's hard for me to come up with words that already exist sometimes. Thank you for the water dread. I have needed a sippy. You know me.
Oh! My cup is cold.
Oh. I was really thirsty. Oh my god, I was a thirsty boy. Ah, there we go. Whew. Ow. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to find a good example of this. Like, one example of the copper is like this. See how it's like wrapped around the gemstone and holding it in place on the wand? That's kind of what they would do, but I feel like they'd go more about it. I'm smelling like an idiot. I hear you bubble through PC talk because I've got 2 certifications in PC repair. Listen, Caden. I'm fucking stupid. But I do know some terms. I do know some. I know some things. I know the very, very basics. And I do know that, in a way, the wands, even in Wicca, act like little energy computers, in a way. Hi, Lando. How you doing? Because, like I said, it has copper wiring. That is for energy transfer. It has, usually, a gemstone or a quartz tip. That is a silica catalyst. It's your focus. And most of the time, you put runes on it. However, the runes are usually on the outside. Because it's a little hard to etch runes on the inside. That's difficult. But for these guys, it's not going to be as hard. Because, you know. And the runes are probably going to be, like, maybe in, like, a little hollow hole, now that I'm thinking about it. And this little hole is where they've probably gone in and etched in these very specific rune diagrams, basically. And these diagrams are going to act as those little dots, dashes, lines, and prongs that help a computer part actually function. It's the hardware, basically. The internal hardware. And with that, the wand is complete. You can use it. It will probably not function the way Harry Potter wands do. Because not every spell is created equal. And not every computer is created equal. Oh. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. Leon came in, gave me a smooch on my head. I'm like, that's so sweet. And then he bit me. He bit me on my head. What the fuck? Ah.
Can't see.
I did it. Don't tab on me. I'm already down. So mean, so bully. Anyway, let me close out some of my tabs, by the way. I don't need these. There we go. I wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, should the internals of the wand also have copper? Like, maybe if the specific client doesn't want the copper on the outside, they'll put it on the inside? I think that'd be pretty fun. Yeah, I think that could work.
Ow, 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 Dread.
Thank you. Ah! No! My website crashed.
Thanks, Black Witch.
Shush, lady. I'm not here to listen to you, I'm here to look at wand designs. Okay, I have a video pulled up, by the way, of a lady showing off a wand. I think it's a Wicca wand. Yeah, it's for witchcraft and Wicca. I'm gonna do this too.
Because this looks a little funky.
Whee! There we go, just a cute little design.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Rewind!
You are not new! You are literally the least new motherfucker here. Okay, fine. I guess I'm single. I don't know who my own husband is.
You are not now!
Hello everyone, my name is Desmond Dracula, I'm a vampire bat butler, also known as a butler, I go machine for no like to draw. It's Worldbuild Wednesday. Also play variety games from RPGs to roleplays. And today, we're kicking all bears out of the cafe. You are not a horse. Stop. Why do you do this to me? You are not a horse. Hey! No horse! Alright. I'll probably wrap this with some leather. Like this really pretty leather. I probably wanna... There we go. And maybe they'll have some really pretty etchings on the leather. And of course they'll have pretty designs on the wand too. Or else I'd have to leave the cafe. No! Yeah, that was suck. I'm quitting. Guys, I'm quitting. I'm not graduating. I'm quitting. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm gonna go be a hermit who lives behind the Hollywood sign in a cave. You can't escape the truth. I can try. I'm tired. I'm real tired. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna pretend the copper, once again, it's here, but it's also on the inside. And maybe they have some pretty little runes here. Let's do this. There we go. Just some pretty little runes. Did I just write Futhark? Did I literally just write Futhark? Yes, I did, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. But yeah, these specific runes, they're going to be Norse. The runes that they put inside are going to be a little different. They're going to be more... I don't want to say ancient, but they're definitely going to be different. I'm all excited now. I just received a little guide from Kansas City Planet Comic-Con? Oh, nice! That sounds fun. I'm also gonna add the elemental symbols here. There we go. Yeah, they just kind of carve them and decorate them and make them nice. So, this is what the wand is made up of. Here's your handle. And then on the inside of this, it's going to be like, here's the piece, and here's going to be like the inside. And in here, there's going to be very, very specific written runes. I don't know what to call these. Fuck it. And then we have the wand itself. And then we have our catalyst. And then we need copper. Ah! Oh. The music scared me. Bah wah. Wah. Kappa da kappa. And the copper wire has to attach to the catalyst. We can also have copper wire in here too. And maybe they feed it through here. And then it reaches the palm inside the handle to read the intent of the holder. Music had me shook. Sorry. There we go. So that's how we design it. And like I said, the Coven families are the, and their initiates, of course, are the ones who go, okay, this is what the wand looks like. You have it until you're about, I want to say 1920, and then once you're a fully realized magic user, you get to make a new one. This one's going to reflect how you change, how you've grown, what your new experiences have taught you, and how your tastes have changed. Because people do change their tastes, so that means your wand will look different. It will also be longer, and the wood will be different, because remember, hazel is probably one of the most common woods that initiates are attracted to, and that's because hazel represents learning. However, the other 8 woods, they are out there and they represent their own thing. And you'll more than likely be drawn to a separate wood once you hit a certain age, because you no longer need that learning, I guess is the term. You're no longer a sponge for knowledge, you already know so much. And now your new wood reflects that kind of stuff. You're excited because of the guests? Just look to make sure, but Alex Kingston's gonna be there. She's most known as River's Song in Doctor Who. Oh, okay. I have never seen Doctor Who, so I don't know who that is, but it's still a big deal. I'm knowledgeable enough to know that anyone on Doctor Who is a big deal. Wait, wasn't she like one of his companions or something? I don't know. But still, I'm sure that's a big deal. Alright, so when initiate graduates, they get a new wand. There we go. Hopefully my handwriting is at least somewhat legible. I know my handwriting's not the best. Wife for a few incarnations. Hey, yo. Noise. Alright, let's go look up the woods. And it's called the 9 Woods of Power. They're the sacred woods of a bonfire, specifically. Oh, that's another thing they probably do. They probably don't, after they're done whittling, they probably burn the wand in certain areas. Because, putting it in the bonfire is a very sacred part of the process, basically. Now, these are the 9 woods that are based off of a poem written in the 1970s. The poem is called The Reed of the Wicca. It was made by someone who is part of Wicca. She is part of the Coven. It was later pushed out by, oh no, what was her name? Doreen, I think? It's World Building Women's Day! Let's go build some ladies. But, yeah, let's see. 9 woods in the cauldron go, burn them quick and burn them slow. It's, yeah, it's like a bonfire chant. The only wood you are not allowed to burn, which, sadly, this is a technically Harry Potter thing now, but it says here, there's a 9 that should go in the ritual fire, and elder should not be burned. Elder wood should not be touched. Elder wood is the lady's tree. Touch it not, or cursed ye be. That's how the poem goes. I didn't even have to read that. I remember that shit.
I remember the read, yay!
But, yes, you put them in these sacred fires, and I want to say that these sacred fires are probably how they spark up that wand to life. And the 9 woods need big cheer up.
Oh, I need a big cheer up. I pet you. How about that?
It's an International Pet Women's Day. Come here, pet Amy. Any woman that shows up today gets pet. There are no exceptions. Alright, but the 9 main woods are birch, and each of them represents something else. Something in the poem specifically. So birch in the fire goes to represent what the lady knows. So birch has to do with knowledge. You okay, babe? I heard Leon make a noise. I look over and he's still vibrating at Resident Evil 4. I know you wanted to come out today, babe, but it's not going to. I am sorry. So birch has to do with knowledge and insight, wisdom, just overall inspiration, and it's like a goddess wisdom. It also has to do with handicrafts, because birch is known to be one of the softer woods, and you can use it to shape it into a lot of stuff. In fact, birch is probably what wand makers use for their own wands. Who knows? Inspiration, handicrafts. Alright, oak. Oak in the forest towers with might, in the fire it brings the gods' insight. Oak is strength. Strength, foundation, height. Birch is a feminine wood, by the way. Birch has to do with femininity. Oak has to do with masculinity. Oak also harkens to the Oak King. The Oak King is another representation of the pagan or Wicca horned god. It's gonna mean I can't do the beta for D4, I just remembered.
Oh no, Kaden!
It's okay, buddy. D4 will be there always. Comic-Con only comes once a year. Yeah, oak has to do with strength, foundation. I'm gonna do this. Feminine. That has to do with the goddess. Oak has to do with the god. There we go. There we go. Yeah, and oak is usually used to make houses, foundations, huge ships. It's a really good sturdy wood. Reliability. There we go. And then it says Rowan. Rowan is a tree of power, causing life and magic to flower. Rowan is definitely a tree of power. Rowan has to do with raw magic ability. Not like strength. Oak has to do more with like muscle. Rowan has more to do with magical inclination. So power, ambition, it's a binder. It's a prop. You use it a lot for prop. It helps with, it's used a lot for walking sticks. So it's something that helps you walk, basically. It gives you the strength to stand in a way. Oak is the strength over your head. Rowan is the strength in your hands. If that makes sense. Oak is a tank wood. Rowan's an attacker wood. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's see. It's also kind of like life force, because it causes life and magic to flower. This is probably for especially strong mages. Oh, Willow's at the waterside. Willow's the next wood, by the way. Willow at the waterside stand, ready to help us to Summerland. Summerland, by the way, is the it's essentially the land of the dead in Wicca. They call it Summerlin, or Summerland. And it's basically Foltvanker. They consider it Foltvanker. For those who don't know what Foltvanker is, it's the part of Valhalla / Asgard where the half of Freya's people are, because like the way the Norse not the underworld, the Norse afterlife works, there's 3 parts. There's Asgard, which is up here, and then there's 2 other parts down here. There's Asgard here, there's Valhalla here, and then there's Foltvanker here. This is where Odin hangs out. This is Odin's hall. And then the second half of his hall is Freya's hall. Because they are, well, technically they're husband and wife. Because Freya and Frigg are kind of the same person. And they're considered 2 halves of the same hall, the same home, where they greet and host people who died. So that's kind of what Summerland is. At least it's its inspiration. So Willow. Willow's at the waterside stand, ready to help us to the Summerland. Willow is a tree of remembrance, it says here. You remember. Willow is actually a very melancholic tree. If you know what willow looks like, it's always drooping and it looks like it's always in mourning. So I feel like willow would probably be for people who are more in contact with people on the other side than anything else. If you have a proclivity to talking to the dead, then Willow probably chose you. You and Willow can hook together. So it would have to be with talking to the dead. Now, Willow probably isn't a very fortunate wood to be chosen by, because even witches and wizards probably don't want to deal with talking to dead people, but they're not gonna, like, shun people for doing that. It just happens to be a talent that shows up sometimes. You can also cure certain things with the bark sap. So the wood is probably also associated with healing and treating the wounded. So, treating the wounded. There we go. But yeah, I feel like willow is probably a funeral wood. Alright, next on that list, hawthorn! Hawthorn is lovely. Hawthorn is a purifying wood. Hawthorn is also very pretty. Hawthorn is burned to purify and to draw fairy to your eye. So hawthorn is very magical. Unlike rowan, where it's powerful, where you're more like a glass cannon, hawthorn is just extremely absorbent in magic. It also helps you see shit a lot better in terms of magic. It helps you scan for magic, if that makes sense. Hawthorn. Magic. The Fae. It probably helps you make pacts with Fae beings a lot easier too. Purification. Yeah, it represents clear sight and perception unseen. Basically, psychic sight. So, psychic... sight. There we go. Alright, hazel. I've already talked about hazel, but we'll go over it again. Hazel is one of the most common woods that you will choose as an initiate because it is a tree of wisdom and learning. Add its strength to the bright fire burning. Hazel is a tree of knowledge. In the fire, it represents wisdom available to us through learning. Basically, hazel is good to have when you are getting experience as a magical user. So, knowledge. Learning. Gaining experience. There we go. What else? It also helps you interact with the spirits, but I'm not going to worry about that. I just read this. It says, it is known by its distinctive nuts. Yes, thank you. Alright, next is apple. Apple. White are the flowers of the apple tree that brings us fruits and fertility. Apple represents fertility as well as harvest, as well as just feeding people and life in general. Apple wood is probably what you use. One, you can use it to smoke meat, which makes it taste amazing. But I feel like it's also a wand used a lot by agricultural witches and wizards. People who are into herbology probably use apple wood for their wands. There we go. So apple, fertility, nourishment, agriculture, my handwriting's getting worse as I keep going down. Sustainment, I guess? Growth, like food growth. And I'm just gonna put food. And herbology. There we go. Food and herbs. Grapevines. Grapes grow upon the vine, giving us both joy and wine. So, grapevines can be used as a wand. Weird as that sounds. It is a type of tree. Well, it's not a tree, but it can be just as strong So let's go look at actual grapevines, because those motherfuckers can be sturdy. There we go. Yeah, grapevines can be really strong. Because as you can see here, this is part of grapevine. These branches right here. So it's not quite a tree. But it is a type of vine that becomes just as strong, which can be used. In fact, it's probably known for very nice, smooth, very nice and smooth, straight wands, because the vines are very straight when they start growing up the poles, I've realized. They're very lovely. Alright, it represents joy and beauty. Yeah, it represents joy, happiness, partying, basically, because, you know, wines. So, joy. Partying. It probably also represents festivities. Joy and beauty. Beauty, that's right. Decoration. So if you're someone who just really likes making decor, throwing parties, setting up for parties, let's say you want to just be a wedding planner. That's probably a pretty good.
Oh, thank you for making me my maid. Let me get off my... thank you for the pet dread.
So let's say you want to be a wedding planner. Grapevine would probably be a really good wand for you, and has probably chosen you because you want to be the person who helps spread more joy in a person's life. That would be an example. Because it means you're really good at decorating, you're really good at coordinating festivities. So Grapevine is your wand.
Lahi.
Yes, lahi. And the last is fir. F-I-R. Fir tree. Fir does mark the evergreen to represent immortality unseen. Fir is about length. It's about longevity, prosperity, long-term health, and long-term life. Alright, so eternity, longevity, endurance. There we go. Now, the 10th secret wood, I guess, quote-unquote secret, that is the elder tree. And the elder is the lady's tree. Burn it not, or cursed shall be. Yep, that's the reading. The elder tree is a tree of both health and sickness. That's because the berries, if raw, are poison. Don't eat it. It's toxic as shit. But if you cook it, it's fine. Much like poke salad as well. Poke salad's like that too. If you eat it raw, it's not good for you. But if you cook it, it's fine. Potatoes, I think, do that too. Now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, it's a type of tree that represents both life and death. You don't want to fuck with it. You respect it, it respects you. It's also a very sacred tree because it's the lady's tree. You don't fuck with the god's tree, basically. So the warning against burning it is not only magical but practical. Basically, the wood is toxic. If you work with it, you could fuck yourself up. I feel like a lot of wand makers have probably killed themselves on accident trying to whittle with elder wood. Because the moment they start etching in the burns of those runes, they start puffing up toxic smoke. And that stuff could get rubbed off by the person wielding the wand. It's just not good. Like a lady as in goddess in general tree, or the tree of a particular lady? Like in the goddess. So in Wicca, there is a goddess and a horned god. Mooned goddess, specifically. And she is the all-encompassing avatar of all goddesses that ever existed. She is Aphrodite. She is Rhea. She is Inanna. She is Artemis. She's all of the goddesses put together. And every single goddess in every single pantheon is an aspect of her, if that makes sense. It just depends on what aspect you need help with, which goddess you call, which part of her you call upon. Much like how a woman can be a mother, a daughter, an artist, they can be all these different aspects, so too can she. Oh, hi Pats, welcome in. We're getting religious, weirdly enough, but welcome in. Alright, you can also make oils out of this. Oils are nice.
Ow, 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 ow.
I did not mean to yawn. That was my beat.
Wow.
Alright, are there any other woods that I want to worry about? Because there are other woods out there that exist. I won't work any about it. I won't worry about it at all right now. We'll worry about that later. Besides, these are probably just, I know they're really common UK trees. Let me see if I can't find... Oh, sycamore, that's right. Should I look up trees that are in the area? I'm gonna go do that. Let's look up trees that exist. Yeah, let's look up trees that are common to the eastern part of the United States, because that's where we're going to be looking.
Maple!
Maple is apparently a very well-known tree. Here, we're going to write down some extra trees.
Maple. Syrup.
Alright, so maple's a tree that we'll find a lot over there. Basswood? Basswood is apparently a fucking wood over there. Oh, beech! I know about beech. Beech looks somewhat like birch, by the way. Holly! That's right, holly's lovely. I love holly, by the way. Don't eat it. Don't eat holly berries. They're poisonous too. Sycamore. Sycamore's really pretty too. There we go. Bald cypress? I'll just put cypress. That's another evergreen, I think. Cherry? Black cherry? There's so many. Help. Black gum? I ain't fucking with that. Black locust? I ain't fucking with that. Oak. Okay, we have oak. Walnut. Willow. We have willow. Alright, so I'll come over here. I'll write oak and willow. good. I'm glad to know that there's still a few there. Elder, there's Elder, but we don't cut those up. We don't fuck with Elder.
Oh, Amy! Da-na-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Welcome in, everybody! Welcome in, Raiders! Hello, hello! Meow.
Can we have a shout out for Amy O? Remember, you can do the exclamation and the slash shout out. I do both for rating now.
Yeah, everyone do a little dance. There you go.
And then the regular shout out.
There you go.
Thank you, babe. Congratulations, you done it.
Tough.
Look how cute she is.
Ah, shit!
Nice.
Yo,
Got that
let's
sploon.
Go. Yeah. That's not too bad. Now,
I've never played Sploon. I've never touched that game, so I hear it's fun, but I've never touched it. But
Welcome in, Raiders. Hello, hello.
for those of you who do not know me, hi, I'm Desmond Dracula. I'm a vampire bat butler, also known as a battler. I go by he/him pronouns, and I like to draw as well as Worldbuild on Wednesdays. I also play a variety of games from RPGs to roguelikes. And today, it is Wednesday, my dudes. So we're world building. Specifically, we're talking about wood. And nuts. I should probably elaborate. But first, Amy, how was your stream? And if you need to, I understand if you need to rest yourself. We can put you in your normal outfit for this. Thank you. But yeah, if you need to rest, I understand. If you'd like to just chill and lurk. What'd you guys do? It says you were just chatting. What were we chatting about? Dogwood! I forgot dogwood was a thing. Oh, you did some doodles! Nice. I forgot dogwood exists. Did some doodles in chat. Nice. Well, I hope you had fun, and thank you for the raid. Thank you for trusting me with your community. I'll try not to scare them away. Ow. Hiccups hurt. Hemlock? Hemlock is a tree? Hemlock, Belladonna. Oh, that's something we could listen to. I could just pull out my old Wicca playlist and just really get into it. Cedar! Cedar's also a really nice tree. By the way, what I'm doing right now, I wasn't lying when I said I was talking about wood and nuts. We're discussing woods that you can use to make a wand. The world building that we're specifically doing is Desmond's own wizarding world with blackjack and hookers. And we've started really going in. Fucking lodge. I've started really going in. And right now, we're talking about wands. We went over the 9 trees of power, the 9 sacred trees of burning, and now I'm going over Eastern United States trees to see how they line up with these sacred trees. So I do feel like they're probably going to assign these traits to these trees, because these trees they're more common in the UK. These trees are not. These trees are American. Eastern American, specifically. And the reason we're doing Eastern American is because these specific people are descendants of freedom trees. Thank you, medic. Yes, they're freedom trees. No. These specific trees are near Massachusetts. And the reason I choose that is because these people are descendants of the Salem witch trials. Yes. Right, so elm, I know, is a nice little tree. Ash! Ash is a beautiful tree, too. I love the ash tree. Hackberry. I'm not going to use that one. Hackberry can go away. Hickory! Hickory is a good replacement for apple, but apple's so fucking easy to get. But hickory can still be some sort of, I don't know, I guess like, not really replacement, but it can be considered a supplement. There's a lot of oak. Lolly pine, I'm not gonna worry about that. Longleaf pine, I'm not gonna worry about that. Pine they can all go under the fir category. Hello. I like your name. Welcome in, Dip. That's all I'm gonna call you. Because if I say the full name, I'll just giggle to myself the whole time. Pecan. Persimmon. Or persimmon. Persimmon. Kill me. Persimmon. More oak. More oak. More oak. Just oak. I'm just scrolling through. More birch. Oh, there is birch. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Birch. Sweet gum. More hickory. Oh, I got scared. I saw something flash across me. It's the emotes. The emotes spooked me. And more oak. Okay. So oak, willow, and birch are the only three, and elder are the only three sacred trees that we have a one-to-one with. These trees I'm gonna have to swap with. Like I said, I'm gonna keep apple, but I am gonna use hickory as a slight, like, hickory. Hickory is going to be like a supplement that you can use for it. Fir can just be any evergreen, like pine. It won't be holly, though. Holly doesn't seem to really... Well, maybe it could be holly. Let's put holly in there. Wonder what trees are in the woods behind my home. I don't know. You could always go look. Also, fun fact, I'm allergic to pine. That sounds real weird, but, whenever my family... whenever the Dracula household tried to bring in real pine trees for Christmas time, I would break out into hives, and they did not know why. Until one day, they caught little baby Desmond scuttling up a tree with his little wingies, with little claws, because he couldn't quite fly yet, and he decided to hang on a tree and just vibe. And then they found more hives, and they went, "You're allergic to pine sap." I'm like, "I'm what?" And apparently I'm allergic to pine. Anyway.
And that's why we had a fake tree for the rest of my life.
Alright, so I wrote down pine and holly. Where is it? Holly. Whoop. And we wrote down hickory. Whoop. Alright, hazel is about knowledge, learning. I don't know what to replace that with. Birch and oak are fine. They're here. They're right here. So I don't gotta replace that. Rowan. Okay, I knew I was on the side of justice removing all trees and rust! Not just rust, Medic. You've removed trees in a lot of games we've played together. Let's see. It was 7 Days, Valheim. Any game that lets Medic just cut down trees, they're gonna cut down trees. I wanna play those games again. But yeah, don't let this motherfucker near trees. They will immediately start cutting them all down. Alright, I'm also gonna go look at different, trees, just in general, to see if I can't... Oh, come on now. There we go. To see if I can't find anything worth doing. Ah, here we go. So, oak, strength, courage. Courage! That's right, oak is courage. And foundation.
Hey, what do you want?
You would have a oak. You would have oak. He's making a cute face. Ash, tree of life. Associated with the connection of the upper and underworlds, the guardian of children and protector of youth. You equals eternal life. Yeah, but we don't have you. Not here. So Ash has to do with growth, expansion, and hyper-perceptiveness. Connection. I'm gonna make Ash part of the Hazel. Medic! I'm gonna squish you. But fine. I guess I'll do it. Wow, 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 wow. Ugh, I gotta unwrap myself from all my blankets, though. I'm so comfy. Oh man, I'm just so comfy. I'm just so warm and comfy in my blankets. And Medic wants me unwrapped and cold in the world. Guardian of children, Weewon is a teacher. True, Weewon is also teacher. He has a lot of wand options, just depends on which wand and he click first.
Hi, little kitty.
Cecil looked at me like, what are you doing? Why are you getting up? I'm just teasing you, by the way, Medic. Alrighty. 1, 2. I just dropped a box with my dumpy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm only gonna do 10 today. Let me pick it up. I literally knocked over a box with my ass. God damn it. Alright, I'm coming back with my blanket. I'm scootling. Lamb. The bat dumpy. Yeah. Alright, so I'm also going to look through Spirit Path. This old Spirit Path thing. Because apparently they have extra woods that I can look at. This whole conversation is going to be about wood. I apologize.
Thank you for petting me.
Blanky, please.
There you go, I'm comfy.
Alright. Okay, so this is another thing that I've pulled up. It's Ogum. It's apparently Ogum witchcraft, and it explains that Birch is new beginnings, but I already have Birch up here. So I'm gonna have to take and leave some of these here. Oak is strength, endurance, opening new doors, new paths, powers to endure, protection, leadership. Same thing here. Ash, divine process, connections to the world, spiritual inspiration, taking action, and fate. I don't have that here.
Also, thank you for the petting.
Alder? Is that the same as Elder, or is it different? I have an idea. I feel like we're going to use... I want to use the originals, but I want to kind of... I want to do something interesting here. I want to add to the pile here. There we go. So I'm gonna get rid of these because I don't need them anymore. This is Holly. I'm gonna rewrite it. And this is Hickory. We're gonna add our own stuff. We're gonna be original now. Come here, you. Okay. Yeah, Rowan is protection, strength to turn away negativity, vitality, healing, magic. Okay, so I'm gonna go over traits that we haven't put on a wood yet, and we're going to start assigning stuff. So we have a longevity, eternity, endurance, joy, partying, happiness, all that fun stuff. Fertility, which has to do with, this is farming basically. Hazel has to do with learning as an initiate. Hawthorn has to do with insight, specifically magic insight, magical clear sight. It lets you basically look into the future, as it were. Willow has to do with mourning, talking to the dead, and treating the wounded. Just to make sure, you know, the dying don't become the dead. It's also a tree of remembrance. Rowan is about power, ambition, life force, and just strength through magic. Oak is strength through sturdiness and protection, courage, foundation, reliability. And Birch is about knowledge, insight, inspiration, and wisdom. And handicrafts. But I'm gonna put wisdom down there. Now, what I feel like we're lacking is stuff about justice. I like the idea of, like, a justice. I also like the idea of luck. And I also like... what is it called? Like, music and poetry? Like, the creative arts. And I'm picking out these because, this is stuff that can go towards some sort of job. You've noticed that all of these kind of go towards a specific job. Birch is like a general feminine thing. It's probably a pretty common feminine wand. And it has to do with handicraftsmanship, so artisans probably use this a lot. If you need it, you have insight and inspiration for your handicrafts, wisdom. It goes a lot with artisans, usually. Oak, on the other hand, probably goes with people who are extremely strong, tough, guardsmen, maybe? A police force, perhaps? People who enforce rules, because it also represents authority and leadership. Rowan has to do with just pure raw energy and fighting prowess. Rowan, not so much guard, but more so an active warrior. But specifically in magic. Think like the mage in the party. Willow is probably for people who do funeral rites, or it's used as funeral rites. Like, let's say you've recently passed on and your family wants to keep your wands for some reason. They'll probably replicate your wand or make you one that helps you, that sends you on your way off and makes you a willow wand. Who knows? We'll have to work on that a bit more later though. But it represents talking with the dead as well. Hawthorn. Hawthorn probably has to do with Fey packs. Someone with Hawthorn is probably a representative of human relations who go and discuss different human affairs with the Fey folk. Because remember, in here, the Fey folk are going to be a bit more nebulous. Unlike in the HP world, where there's goblins and elves running around being slaves and bankers, here, the Fey world, the goblins, the elves, the fairies, satyrs, anything you can think of, they're going to be a lot more nebulous and a lot harder to find. They're very secretive and very untrusting to humans. So these people come in handy to make sure, let's say, you know, a human, especially someone who's not magically inclined, accidentally fucks up a fairy circle, and now they're fucked. This person has to come in and smooth things over. They're like, listen, it was an accident, let me appease you through this. They know the rights, in and out. Once again, Hazel, it's just an initiate's wand. If you have Hazel as an adult, it probably means you are intellectually stunted, or there's still a lot more for you to learn, or you're late to the party. Basically, you know, you're in your 20s and you're just starting to learn this shit. You get Hazel. Apple, that's usually for people who are doing herbology, as well as gardening and making food. They're the ones that are growing shit. Grapevine is with people who typically want to do decorating. We've already discussed that, you know, wedding planners, party planners, performers, people who make wine, you know, they would have grapevines. Fir is probably a very rare and very difficult and nebulous wood to place because it has something to do with eternity. Maybe fir is only really used for, like, stories, because it represents eternity, so maybe they give it to, like, eternal characters to kind of, like, shorthand that they're, like, gods or something. I stole a drink of Leon's Diet Coke, don't tell him. He said you bastard, you. But now that I've got all that out of the way, like I said, there's still a few jobs that you can find in the world, here and there, that you don't see here. Traits that aren't quite covered. So the 3 that I grabbed is Justice, Luck, and Creative Arts. What else? We don't have just a strict medicinal healer. We do have, like, somewhat healers. My Diet Coke stealing friend, how are you? Hi. Medic, put those eyes away. Dread, you put those eyes away too. No staring at me. You didn't catch me.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
You are not new. Huh? I didn't get narked on. That could never be me. I did it in front of him. Coke stealing! Not Sarah! No! You motherfuckers. Just because I'm talking about wood a lot. You're going to do this to me. Anyway. Fine. Welcome in everyone who is new. Hello, I am Desmond Dracula. I'm a vampire bat butler, also known as a battler. I go by he, him pronouns, and I like to draw, as well as Worldbuild on Wednesdays. I also play a variety of games from RPGs to roguelikes, and today it is Wednesday, my dudes. We are doing the Wednesday stuff. A snack! Oh my god, medic out here with the fucking care package, I see. Alright, I'm gonna eat the snack after I stretch. Ugh. Those were my fingers. Ugh. And after I... Alright. Snickers! I ran out of Cheez-Its, by the way. So now I'm eating a new snack. Guess what it is. Just guess what it is. Just guess. Guess. I'm waiting. I want to see if you guys can actually guess what it is. Even more cheeses! Not quite! Grapes. I wish. It's in a little baggie. It's in a little bag. Goldfish. Not quite. Y'all, do you give up? Or do you want me to give you more chances? What's-its? Oh god, I want what's-its. Close, but not quite. Close. Amy got the closest. It's pumpkin. Cheetos. Yeah, Amy, there you go. It's Cheetos. It's American what's-its. Alright, what else? What else can I choose? Logic! Logic and reason. Transformation. Mental fortitude. And education. There we go. Alright, so these are the... Oh, love. Love. Do I want love? Nah. Not in here. You're tired? I am sorry. I pet you. Pet. Ugh. That hiccup hurt my heart. Help, I'm dying. Ow. Prophecy. Oh, I grabbed the wrong tool. There we go. Prophecy. One of these is prophecy. It wouldn't be Hawthorne. I'm just gonna put prophecy down here. Prophecy. Don't pat me. Don't like them. Hugs are good. Oh, okay. I'm not really a hugger, though. The only person I'll hug is Weavine. Leon's a hell of a hugger, too. Leon will hug you. Alright, I think I've grabbed everything that I want to. We want to give good hugs. We want to give very good hugs. They're very warm and comfy. They make me very happy. Alrighty. So I have all my woods. At least I have all the woods that these people commonly are associate their stuff with, because they have these are the woods they have around them. I might get rid of some of these though, because I don't need them all. Like black cherry, we can get rid of that. I might keep sycamore, hemlock. Oh, let's start looking for not necessarily bad traits, but bad traits. It's just bad traits. Because hemlock, fun fact, is a toxic plant. And if hemlock is a tree and you get a hemlock stick, you're probably like a vicious person, or maybe even a toxic person. I think that'd be fun. Because where there is good, there is also bad. So, toxicity. Yeah, I'm gonna do that with hemlock. Where is it? Here it is. So, hemlock is known for their viciousness, toxicity, manipulation. There we go. That works. I can erase this. Okay. Holly. Holly is something, as much as it is a festive tree, because its association with Christmas for us, in Wicca, holly is considered a time of mourning. I already explained the Oak King, how he is the ruler. It's one of the horned gods. It's one of the horned gods' interpretations of himself, and he is the ruler of summer. The Oak King represents summertime. However, the Holly King is his other half. It's his other part of himself, and it represents the winter. He's the king of winter. The Holly King actually dies. The Oak and Holly King go back and forth and fight each other, and they're constantly dying and being reborn. And the Holly King represents death. Horned God flashback, yes. Serax, we're talking about Kerno Nunus. This Monday, for some reason, when I had a walk in the city, my head decided, I'm gonna imagine myself being a guide for some of you guys. Aw, that's cute. I almost tried to pet you, but I stopped myself. Don't worry, I stopped myself. Alright, I need to close out some of these tabs. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. That's very pretty. Okay, so I have some more wood pulled up. Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is the word I was thinking of. Business. Business transactions. Business. Business. Yeah, clairvoyance and prophecy are the same thing. So I'm gonna wedge them together. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of basswood. I don't think they'd use basswood very much. Alright, so holly. Yeah, like I said, holly represents a time of mourning. It's not like willow. The willow is the funeral itself. Holly is death. So, Holly is probably seen as a very sad wand. A very sad wand that chooses someone. Let me look through here and see what it has to say about Holly. It has to say nothing about Holly. Interesting. I'm going to do something with Holly, though. It has to do with the cold. While Willow has to do with Summerlin, Holly has to do with Helheim. Has to do with death and the grieving process. There we go. And that's probably a very unlucky... I'm sure there's going to be some lucky and some unlucky wand woods, because that's just how human minds work. Oh, that would be sweet, Sarax. I mean, maybe you could be a tour guide one day. Who knows? Let me drape myself in my blankie. I'm kind of cold. My back's getting cold. There we go. Okay. So, beach. I'm just gonna get rid of that. We don't need that.
Maple! Maple's very pretty.
Maple feels like warmth to me. Maple feels warm, calm, content, homemaking. I feel like maple is probably a homemaker's wand. So we're gonna put comfort. Comfort. Domestic, like domestic life. Chores. Homemaking. So this is a wand primarily used more than likely by like housewives, house husbands, people who stay at home a lot and keep it safe. There we go. Walnut. Did I spell walnut wrong? Am I stupid? There we go, walnut. Oh, maybe cute. I was telling not a lot because I know bought a lot? Bought a lot? Not a lot. Oh, I'm stupid.
Maybe syrup. Maybe you are a syrup.
There we go. Alright. What else? What else are we doing here? Let's see. Here, they have Ash. Ash has to do with protection, prophecy, and good luck. At least according to, this version of another, sacred tree site. It covers more than just the 10, the 9+1 specifically. Because, like I said, you don't touch Elder. Elder is not what you use for a wand. You don't do it.
Desmond and Leon cuter. Maybe cute.
But yeah, Elder's spooky. Eucalyptus. Forgot about that tree. Forgot about it. Alright, so Ash feels like another... Yeah, here it says protection and prophecies, but Ash doesn't feel like that to me. Not for this world. So I'm probably gonna have it be something else. could be prophecy and clairvoyance. I'll put a clairvoyance. Give it future sight. Face sight. There we go. Get rid of that. Alright, that's the best I'm gonna do with Ash for now. I'm gonna work on these a bit more as I need to, but for now, this is all I'm doing. Did you already do Cherry? I got rid of Cherry. Touches Elder. Why not? That's because Elder is considered both life and death. Elder is a poisonous plant. For instance, its leaves and berries are poisonous if you eat it raw. If you cook it, it's fine. Also, if you burn the wood, it's toxic. You don't want to fuck with it because it's toxic. But in Wiccan terms, it's also known as the Lady's Tree. Burn it not or cursed ye be, as the prophecy or the poem goes. And the bull plays on. Hello! Hello, Loros. Welcome in. But yeah, you don't want to fuck with Elder because Elder can fuck you up. It's a tree that you have to respect and not touch. What did I miss? We're talking about wood! Not just that, we're talking about nuts. I'm wording this wrong. We're discussing wand stuff, by the way. You remember when I was like, haha, teehee, I'm gonna make my own magic world with blackjack and hookers? Well, today we're discussing wands. We went over how the wand is created, what goes into wand making. Leon is happy, I see. He's so cute. Yeah, we discussed how to make the wand itself, and now we're discussing what different woods mean when using them to make a wand. We've gone over the 9 sacred woods, and now we're just adding extra ones. Because I feel like it. And also, most of these aren't in the eastern United States, and that's where this story takes place. Alright, is dogwood in this list? It is not. Fug. Yeah, I don't see it on the list. Okay, walnut's there. Walnut is about healing. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Walnut. Let's bring it up here. A walnut is going to be for doctors.
Oh, Cosma! Hi! Thank you so much for the base! Thank you for the 100. Look at the heart. It's stuck on me. Help.
Oh, there it goes. Take the dollar that Twitch gave me.
Thank you. Wah.
That's very sweet of you. Alright, physicians, medicine, healing. Now, we do, like I said, we have slight healing up here with Willow. Willow is a healing tree, but treating the wounded specifically. But I think it might also have to do with, like, wartime treating, as well as helping those who have lost someone move on. It might be a spiritual healing, while Walnut deals in general practicing of the medicine. I don't know why they just went, here's $1 to spend by the 22nd, but whatever. Wait, do I have a dollar? Oh, right. It won't let me cheer in my own channel. I don't want to cheer in my own channel. I just want to see my stuff. You missed me last night doing the Smeagol voice from Lord of the Rings? Good. I'm glad I missed it. How does giant sequoia work? I haven't considered sequoia. Sequoia... Where is sequoia? Where is this thing? Where's that tree? Let's Google where that comes from. Because I'm tackling I'm tackling trees that are mostly seen on the eastern side of the United States. Sequoia seems to be growing more on the western side of the United States. So they wouldn't have to deal with sequoia that much. If I need to later, I can make extra trees, like extra tree stuff. But for now, I'm not working on it. I'm gonna be working on the stuff that's purely on the eastern side of the U.S. Ugh. There we go. Also, I feel like a lot of those trees are going to overlap in the same sense as these. Like, for instance, eucalyptus, I think. Eucalyptus is not native to the US, I don't think. Because I know that's actually what koalas eat. I think eucalyptus trees are Southeast Asian? Where do they come from? Eucalyptus is in the myrtle family. Yes, I know that. But we're native to Australia. I said Southeast. It's in Australia. But yeah, eucalyptus can only be really found in Australia. NA education right there. Hey, I'm trying. It's hard to keep this much information in my brain, okay? I can't have every single tree's native home in my head. Like, but I know it's the koala's main food. I just couldn't remember where the fuck koalas were from. I'm focusing on trees right now. But yeah, the eucalyptus is not going to be found in the US. Especially on the eastern coast. Good luck. It's a lot more, it's not as warm there. But eucalyptus trees are also considered a healing tree, so maybe, you know, what is considered a healing tree in the US, let's say, you know, walnut, maybe eucalyptus is the walnut's equivalent. So, you know, there could be a lot of overlap depending on the region and depending on the native trees there. Alright. I have a few more here to do. I'm gonna scoot all this down. And get it out of the way. Sycamore. Is that on this list? It is not. That is okay. Mulberry is, though. But I'm not gonna worry about that. Alright, so cedar feels like a creative wood to me. So, the creative arts, like poetry, art, music, specifically performing arts too, theater. So if you're an actor or you want to put on stage plays and shit, or you want to make music, cedar is the way to go. I feel like that works. How many oaks are you using? Just the one. I know there's like a fuck ton of different oaks. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, cedar might not be this. Let me move this out of the way. But I know there's a bunch of different types of oak, but I'm only gonna use just the one for now. A cedar tease. Got him. Let me look over here. Cedar is on the list, and it has to do with prosperity and longevity, I might make it a business thing. Business, prosperity, wealth, longevity. Contracts. This is probably used a lot by businessmen or business families. Probably try and get their kids to have cedar, because like I said, you go out and you go pick your own. You're gonna pick your own stick. Oh, hi, Samsara. Welcome in. Do they use multiple woods? No, you only get one. And it doesn't slot you into this, but it is your most defining feature, basically. Like, let's say you are a person who's always wanted to help others, and you feel a call to a physician's field. When you're an adult, walnut will probably be the stick that calls to you. Walnut will be the tree that calls. How's the stream going? Pretty good. We're going over wood. I need to stop making this joke. But no, we're talking about wood properties. Basically for wand making. And this is the wand. Here's your handle. Here's some runes etched on it for decoration. There's the catalyst, the copper wiring to help the catalyst make a focus. And we went over the 9 initial trees, which is found in Wicca. And now we're adding in our own custom trees. Alright, dogwood feels... Oh, what would I do with dogwood? Dogwood feels like... I want to say beasts and creatures, but that's because it's called dogwood. Are there any woods that could be mistaken for others? Like in looks or in just... I really needed the stream today.
Oh, Amy.
Are you okay? I hope you're okay. But, what do you mean by, mistaken? Like, whenever... You know a lot about wood. Thank you. I actually don't. I have a website. I pulled up a website. I googled list of trees in the eastern United States, and then I just made a fucking list. Oh no, Amy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but that absolutely sucks. Someone said they have one wood, but have another, and people think it is. Oh yeah, that could probably happen. Some people could probably get away with it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people think your wand is. It more has to do with what spoke to you when you became a fully realized witch or wizard. Or warlock, I guess. I could just say witch. That works. Because witch used to be a gender-neutral term. Because let's say you've always been really good at growing plants. You've always had a green thumb. And when you hit 18, 19, 20, and you finish your initiation, you finish all of your classes, and you go out into the grove, and you just start listening and looking for a tree to tell you what you're allowed to take from. The tree that's usually probably going to reach out to you is apple. Where's apple? There you are. Apple, because apple has to do with agriculture, nourishment, sustainment, and herbology. So if that's something you've always been really good at, the tree will know. And it'll reach out to you. And then you can take a wand from it, you can take a stick from it, and you will take it to someone who whittles it into a wand for you. Yeah, I'm sorry, Amy. Pet.
Ella.
Alright, let's see. Sycamore is not on the list. Oh, security. Security's a good idea, too. particle board wand. Particle board wand! Oh no. Not a particle board wand. I mean, it could technically work, but no. Cypress. Past lives and protection. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make Cypress this. That feels better. Elm feels like logic and reason. And that's probably like the more scientistic people, sciencey people. Because science still exists. Is there any for planners? People are more inclined to forethought and experimentation. Planners as how? Because there are different types of planners. You said forethought and experimentation. Elm could work towards that because it is about science and experimentation. Experimentation. But it has to do with what subject you would be experimenting in. Alright, mental fortitude. I think I might remove hickory, because hickory and apple are very similar. I might do this, actually, because hickory and apple, they're just so close. There we go. Oh, I'm using a different pen. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's why it looks stupid. Hickory. There we go. More crafts, like I'd say. Oh, like, okay, like if you're an artisan, artisans probably use birch. Birch is a very flexible artisanal wood, and it has to do with knowledge, insight, inspiration, and handicrafts, as well as wisdom towards it. I wonder what kind of wand I would have. I don't know, it's kind of cool thought. But depends on what traits you are attracted to. What would you consider parts of your personality, and what you want to do in the world? Then I can help you. And remember, not all of these are considered good. Some of these are considered a little scary. Like, Holly, for instance. Holly is considered cold, grieving, death. Like a lot of creepy shit. Hemlock, viciousness, toxicity, manipulation. Not all of them are going to be good traits. Reaches for Hollywood. So Sarah, no! You put that Hollywood down now. I think dogwood should be luck. No. I will not fall under that trick. I'm gonna fall under that trick, Soul Guard. He's asking about Updog, guys. I want Chaos Wand. What wand would that be? I don't know. Hemlock is also still... I'm gonna fight you. It's not Updog. Stop it. No. I'm gonna fight this guy. What's up, dog? There. Fucking hell. Alright. Now, while dogwood has to do with just luck and prosperity, cedar has to do with business prosperity. There we go. And sycamore. Sycamore feels like justice to me. There we go. So if you're a lawyer or a judge, Sycamore probably called to you early. Oof. As for Chaos, I have no idea. Lindo. I'd have to find more trees, but... I want the extra bent craftsman's wand. It fits me perfectly. Yeah, that would be a birch tree. Probably found an especially squiggly birch branch. Let me go look at birch trees. Birch trees are really pretty. Because while birch trees are usually pretty straight, they grow up from the ground pretty straight. Some of their branches can be extremely fucking squally. Birch is also the really pretty, for those who've played Minecraft, if you know what it is. It's the white tree with the black stripes on it, the black holes and stripes. Because, like, see, this is a really pretty birch. But see how fucking squiggly those branches are? I don't think you got the joke. I don't. I'm sorry. Am I dumb? I'm an idiot, guys, and I'm also a boomer. Things fly over my head. My personality, I'm kind of like quiet and shy, but I can get very intense and it's quick escalation. I also try to be nice, not hurt anyone. So as for that, it's what I do. Just genuinely want to help people or do things for them. But I always resonate to characters that fight for people like Dante and Amara from Borderlands, if that makes sense. No, it's okay. You're not a mess. You're just figuring yourself out. Fight for people. You could be Oak. Oak has to do with sturdiness, reliability, protection, courage. They're a protection. It's a protection wand. Bent like panwise. Oh. Loro said, I don't want a straight wand at all. No, thank you. Yeah, oak is a very, very good general wood for people. It's a protector's wood. It's a tank wood, like I said earlier. It's for motherfuckers that are gonna take up a sword and shield to protect others. Do you know who Dante is from Devil May Cry? Yeah. Inferno's your Dante. No! I know that Dante too. Arguably more. Actually, that's not even an argue. I definitely more. I know about him more than the Devil May Cry version. Alright. I'm gonna close this out because I don't need to look at it anymore. Oh, right. Wands can also be made out of metal. Metal and full ass. I've been told I look like a gender bent DMC remake. Dante IRL. Aw, that's adorable though. Great, here, let's go. Okay, I found... No, I have not. Hold on. Let's close that out. Oh, right, Ulgum. Ulgum is also a rune language system, so I'm gonna grab that. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start working with metal as well. If the wand is made out of metal, I feel like it means you have not necessarily distanced yourself from the wood, but you've elevated yourself above it. Not reboot Dante, no! Reboot Dante, no! This song is stuck in my head now. Help. I'm sorry, I'm just a lesbian. You know what? You're valid, Samsada. Alright. Let me go look at metal wands. Because metal wands are cool. But they're also probably considered... People probably consider them like some sort of distanced wand. Like if you have a wand made of metal, you've pulled yourself away from the ground of nature. And you're reaching more into the underworld because metal and gemstones are an underworld piece. Like you, what? What did I do? What I hear is my copper grandpa being a sorcerer is because he has his own wand, a copper wand. Very possibly. Copper is, as I've explained previously, copper is a conductor. Let's see. Yeah, so if you get someone to magically forge you a metal wand, it probably sets you apart from everyone. I said some guys are cute. Like you.
Wah! Nar! Awa, 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 awa. Wah!
I'm probably not making my case, but hear me out.
Awa.
Yeah, like someone made a stainless steel wand. It's very pretty. But yeah, let's just put down metal. I'm not going to go over the different metals. The rare copper grandpa. I think it's because they've only recently started making wands out of metal, like maybe a few years ago, so they don't really have an determination of what wand does what. But metal is non-traditional.
Thank you for the pet. Why?
You baited me. I see. So, non-traditional, mechanical almost. Thank you, Dread. It's sweater weather. Uniform, probably alien. There we go. And if it's made out of pure crystal, which does happen, there are some Wiccans that use just pure crystals as wands. Let me go like find some. Those are probably considered extremely spiritual. Because, like, this is a crystal wand, for instance. It's also probably considered raw. Very raw power. There we go. Raw, primal, and spiritual. Waiting for some asshole to demand a pure gold with crystal-encrusted wand, and for the local wand maker to just look at them and say, get out. Yeah, these aren't conventionally made wands by traditional wand makers. These are probably wands that you've gone to someone to make who doesn't traditionally make wands the way they normally do. These are rare. You will not find these easily. I think it's because maybe on some level they don't think that metal can talk to you. Only trees can talk to you. Metal can't reach out to you the way trees can. So maybe to them, if you have a metal wand, you're seen as like emotionally distant or stunted. There we go. Eat more Chibos. We won. There we go. However, if you have a crystal, you're on the opposite end of the spectrum. An actual mineral of the earth. Because metal, you have to shape them to be into wands. Crystals, however, pop out the ground looking like that sometimes. Thinking I'm a straight cis guy. Turns out to be trans. Okay, yes, that means I'm a lesbian. Also starts thinking about dudes. Hee hee pee pee. I feel that. Me, I've always been like, technically quote-unquote bi, but I thought I was bi before I realized I was demi, because I'm like, I thought about guys and girls. But I don't actually want to, like, be with any of them. Am I okay? Is something wrong with me? And then I realized I was demi. But, I just realized I'm a guy who wants it. The rare fungus magi. Oh no. No. No mushrooms! No mushrooms! That's a medic joke, by the way. Poor medic. That's all I'm gonna say is poor medic. Poor Mebwe. Got an egg made of jasper when I was on holiday because my friend kept looking in a gem shop.
Oh, that sounds pretty.
Wait, how big is it? This person used Play-Doh to polymer clay to like hold on their crystals to their wand. Look at that, that's cute. They wrapped it with polymer clay. It's a small black egg.
Oh, pretty.
Ooh. This is also really cool. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. If people are using this, you don't want to fuck with that person. You ain't want to fuck with that. They're coming at you with another kind of power that you are not prepared for. I know where I'm putting that one. No. No. Stop that. Bad Sam. Don't do it. Honestly, I'm looking at the world, I'm just waiting for the main characters to enter the big Fumpkin dungeon and the boss be like, mad fungal magi. The stuff he probably wants to use is Warhammer 40k terrain because he's a psycho! He's like, I just bought a bunch of cool crystals. Well, campaign time. Okay, so I've looked at enough wands to figure out what I'm doing here. That's pretty. I'd be terrified of this motherfucker with a wand, with a pure crystal wand wrapped in wire. Okay, now this is just getting absurd. Oh, I just dragged the whole box. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm just gonna do this. This is getting absurd, guys. You manifested this.
Koishi, hi!
Sam, Sarah, you manifested that. You did it. I blame you. The joke was also made about shoving the egg somewhere. No! And it's pink. Yeah, it was pink. It was also very pretty. But god damn it. No, stop it.
No. Ugh.
Alright, I need to close out some of these. There we go. Okay, so I've pretty much come up with all of the wand types that we can come up with. I can't think of anything else for now for the wands. And yeah, they'll always be tipped with some sort of quartz. I don't think they'll tip it with much of anything else, because quartz is what we need. Quartz is made out of silica for the most part. They had massage rollers that vibrated. Joke was also made. Oh no. Not the vibrating crystals. Not the vibrating. Have you considered obsidian? No. I have not, actually. Because we're looking at silica-based, crystals. Let me go look at that. Let's see. Silica... minerals. Silica minerals, specifically. So, silicate minerals, much like I said, as, usually made out of, quartz. It's found in nature as quartz, and it's polymorphs. So basically, if it's a quartz piece, that's what you're using. So you can have amethyst, pink quartz, rose quartz, smoky quartz, anything to do with silica crystal, that's what you're gonna use. Citrine, carnelian, onyx, jasper, tiger's eye, rudolite. Dad changed clothes.
I did change clothes. I mean, it's sweater weather.
But I don't think obsidian is part of that. But yeah, everything else, milky quartz is very pretty. Everything else, though, it's considered silica-based, so it will be used. Alright, let me look through. Kyanite? That sounds pretty. It looks pretty. I just knew obsidian was a very, like, earthen material. It comes from the literal core of the planet itself. Yeah. Obsidian is a very, very lovely gemstone.